I'm Tyler Robertson, and this is GamePad. Destiny 2 has launched, and after the first weekend, the game already has somewhere around 1.2 million concurrent players, a new raid, and a new competitive event happening this weekend. The raid is called the Leviathan and has players taking on a megalomaniac of a cabal. Trials of the Nine is a new competitive tournament very similar to Trials of Osiris, and will run each weekend from Friday to Tuesday, just like Xur. But instead of taking you to the lighthouse when you make it through the trials, something much more mysterious awaits. Speaking of Osiris, details for the first expansion coming to Destiny 2 were accidentally posted to the Xbox store, allowing us to get an inkling of what it might entail. The description, however, was pretty cryptic, only mentioning the fact that the expansion's title is The Curse of Osiris, and it will have Guardians fighting their way through new story missions taking place on Mercury. After 15 years at Naughty Dog, Bruce Straley, the game design mind behind the Uncharted series and The Last of Us, is leaving Sony's top-tier first-party studio. Straley announced his departure on Twitter, noting how hard of a decision it was, how much he'll miss his coworkers, and his hope for the future. He began at Naughty Dog in 1999 as a texture artist for Crash Team Racing, and would go on to art direct the Uncharted series and co-direct both The Last of Us and Uncharted 4: A Thief's End with writer Neil Druckmann. Straley has been called a game design genius by multiple colleagues, so I'll be looking forward to what he does next, and I'm sure you will be too. At the Apple event on Tuesday, not only did we learn all about the iPhone 8 and the iPhone 10, rest in peace iPhone 9, but we also got a big game reveal. Last year we heard from Miyamoto himself, giving us our first look at Super Mario Run, but this year Genova Chen, co-founder of that game company, announced Sky, a new game coming first to iPhone, iPad, and Apple TV. That game company is most well known for their game Journey, and Sky seems to be a very similar game, but with a much bigger scope. This time you'll be able to fly and more intimately interact with the other players around you. Sky takes place in a world above the clouds, where there are great flying beasts and a bunch of other players called the Children of Light flying around you. Your goal is to light candles that summon spirits who will teach you new abilities. Not much else is known about Sky, other than that it's coming soon. Rockstar Games announced that LA Noire, the 2011 adventure game where you play as a 1920s detective in LA, is getting remastered and is coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the Nintendo Switch, which is crazy. The remastered version will come with all of the add-ons and DLC, and will even support 4K on the PlayStation 4 Pro and Xbox One. A few of the missions will also make their way to VR in LA Noire: The VR Case Files, which will come exclusively to HTC Vive. No word on a release date for the VR Case Files, but the remaster will come to the big three consoles on November 14th. LA Noire was not the only surprise game to be revealed for Nintendo Switch, however. At the Nintendo Direct on Wednesday, it was announced that both Doom and Wolfenstein: The New Colossus will be making their way to the hybrid console. No idea how the graphics are going to hold up on the platform, but Doom and Wolfenstein on the go sounds pretty awesome. Also announced at the Direct was a release date for Xenoblade 2, which will officially be coming this year on December 1st. A demo for Project Octopath Traveler is also available right now for you to try out. And finally, we got to see a bunch of new gameplay for Super Mario Odyssey, which showed off new worlds, new enemies, and a new, most scandalous outfit for Mario, which everyone is loving, hating, I can't tell. Sometimes the internet is pretty hard to get a read on. But that's it for this week, pretty eventful. Stay tuned though, because we're getting into the fall game season, and that can be pretty packed with new info as well as new games. I'm Tyler Robertson, and this has been GamePad.